All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
RWBY Volume 8, Chapter 12. They're
All
going
right.
to accept Ironwood's demands.
No, they are going to offer Penny to Ironwood, and it's going to be a trap or some kind of ploy or game or something.
Some sort of stratagem, because
Yeah.
clearly they wouldn't actually just go along with it. Keel over, yeah.
Right, right. Given that Ironwood's offer was not an offer, but an ultimatum.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'll just
drop bomb on mantle.
Yeah. Just destroy it.
Okay.
Because that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So here, having everyone all together.
Yes.
In some ways, also on Cinder's group side of things, they kind of
that too
had a little bit of a reconnoiter, not just with Watts, but also with Neo.
With Neo.
So that's its own thing. But having everyone all together could lead to a really cool team up.
Yeah.
Things
can only go good here.
There was also another team up that was set up in the previous episode as well, and that's that Robin and Crow were clearly bumped into by Winter and
our
Marrow.
favorite tail-wagging boy.
Yes.
That was narrowly...
Merrily?
Saved from death. So, okay. All right.
Yeah, so, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. So, 2 more episodes after this.
And then, that's the end of the volume.
Yeah. Volume 8 being the told end of the Atlas arc. So, Atlas falls, or Salem moves on, or our heroes retreat.
Maybe all the above.
I feel like it could be, like all of the above. But like, which of these do you think is going to happen first? I feel like Atlas Falls is the one that has to happen first, or
I don't know.
Retreat.
I feel like Atlas falling would be like the perfect signal of this is over, you know.
Or is it kind of like? Oh, sorry, yeah.
Oh,
I was just gonna say, or it could be the thing where the heroes look back at Atlas Falls, you know, after they've already left, you know.
Sure. Oh yeah. Okay. They get everyone out, and then
they look back and it just.
That would be quite the image.
It's a thing where it's totally unnecessary for, you know, anything to do other than for Salem to be like, there is no hiding from me.
Right.
Like, Atlas was the idea of, we can just go up into the upper atmosphere and we just don't have to,
we'll be
we
fine.
don't have to fight her at all. So it's like, what if no?
And if they get the people out, that's a way they can still win, even with, you know, something like Atlas falling.
Yeah. Alright, fighting continues. The whale just hanging off the edge there. Whoa!
Oh, really?
Okay!
All right.
Whoa! So they're setting up a...
They're setting up a bomber and...
Yeah, probably as like
exchange.
a sort of Damocles, just to be like, we are holding it over the edge.
Be ready for anything.
Crow and
We don't
Robin.
know what state Penny is in.
Yeah.
If any of those brats had the nerve to come with her, we put them down immediately. The general gave his terms. No more games.
Okay.
Is there a problem?
Wow.
Just retracing the steps that led us here.
Yeah.
What is it, sir?
Oh, security alert!
Crow and Robin. They're in the academy hangar.
Trying to stop the payload.
Ooh, will you guys
Or
have to
just looking for
split
a way
up?
out.
Not going to happen. I've been waiting to take my shot at those two. Let's go, Aesops.
But someone needs to stay here with the general. I'll stay. We
Oh, yes!
She's right.
Awesome!
Contain it. Now.
Excellent! Oh, I love it!
Zero sus on Winter.
Sir,
But
this course of action...
I hope you're not going to try to talk me out of it.
No, sir. I don't think that's possible.
Oh, here's Penny.
All right.
I didn't think you'd actually come alone. I expected at least some resistance from your friends.
I don't want anyone else to die. I must open the vault.
Oh.
You've done the right thing.
At least someone has.
Oh!
Feels
Oh!
weird.
Oh yeah! Yeah! Hell yeah!
Whoa! That means Winter's on their side. You know. Whoa! Oh! Oh shit! Whoa! Ah! Yep.
Hell
One
yeah!
mind is what she can handle. Two is a stretch. Wow.
Yep, just like that.
Oh, Marrow.
Just like that.
Oh my God, she's on
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh my God! Whoa!
Oh, is she gonna cut his arm off?
Wait, what?
What?
What was that move? Oh my
kidding.
God!
Sorry, guys.
That was awesome.
We don't want to fight.
We didn't want to drop Atlas either. We've all had to make some tough calls, huh?
Wow. Oh, that was so badass.
That was amazing.
Oh my God.
Move to phase 2.
Phase 2.
She has to go to the vault.
Winter.
All right.
Oh!
All right.
Actually, a risk we haven't considered.
We've been so worried about keeping the vault closed that we never considered using what's inside.
The Staff of Creation.
Maybe we could use it to save Penny and get everyone in Atlas and Mantle back to safety.
Oh.
How?
But won't Atlas drop then?
Well, you'll never guess who I just heard from.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, you're not arresting me?
No. Ironwood's got to be stopped.
Then why did you hit me?
Because you were about to get killed
Yeah.
if I didn't do something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be thankful.
Perfect. This is cool. Go.
What are you doing?
Setting
What I
up
should
a
have
plan.
done ages ago.
Yeah.
Get in touch with my sister.
Yeah.
I need help.
Cool.
Perfect. Yeah. And then these two bump into them. Nice.
Speaking of help,
So we've got people trapped in Atlas and
Good luck for
Mantle that we
once.
can't evacuate unless we use the staff, which is located inside the vault. If we open the vault,
Aw.
Penny terminates. If Ironwood gets wind of any of this, he blows up Mantle.
There's something else to consider. Once the staff creates anything else,
Yep.
the city drops. Atlas has enough natural gravity dust to keep it from plummeting immediately.
Oh.
Well,
It will fall.
nobody's going to want to be around when it touches down.
So we need to get the people out of there.
Yeah.
The fact that it can be staved off for a little bit, that's
then
Amazing.
let's use the staff to
Yeah.
teleport everyone to safety. Maybe even to another kingdom.
We can't just wave it like a magic wand and make our problems go away.
But what can it do?
We haven't even
Right.
told you about him.
Who?
The spirit and the staff. Like Jin.
Like Jin.
okay.
Well, he's a character.
Oh.
He can told you anything, but only if you can explain to him how.
Oh.
Any craftsman will
Gotcha.
need blueprints, some sort of reference.
Cool.
It'll help if we have real-world examples to show him.
I've
Oh.
already gone
Gotcha.
through the city layouts for the SDC evacuation. Maybe I can help.
All right.
There's still James and his bomb to consider.
Oh, I've got a plan for that.
So,
Okay.
that takes care of
Gotcha.
phase 1.
Awesome.
All right. This is really
Awesome.
cool. I love this.
Yep. I love how quickly the fights were
I
over.
blasted a hole
Yeah.
through the bottom of Atlas, and I highly doubt they've had time for repairs. That should
Wow.
take you straight to it.
All right. Awesome.
Nice continuity.
Yep.
Is the easy part.
As soon as Penny opens the door, we go through, grab the staff, and stop her termination.
just hang in there, Penny. Okay?
Oh. Oh, this music too.
I know, it's so triumphant. I love it.
Together.
Whoa.
Oh, here it is, Super Stay.
All right.
Oh, and she's panicking right outside.
I almost thought they'd leave someone out there with her, but...
Well, time stopped, then she's not suffering.
Ooh, is this a thick daddy gin?
Oh, it's a thick boy!
Has come to engage my creative wild.
Oh,
All I'll
yes.
say is that it better be worth it after my last project. A floating city? How pedestrian.
Hi, Mr.
I love it.
Ambrosius. Sir, listen, it's about our friend. She's dying.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that you know it's against the rules for me to bring people back from the dead, so...
That's not what we want.
It's amazing.
Not your typical girl.
Oh. What do you mean? He's like, oh,
a robot.
So she isn't. I'd love to meet whoever did this. I see. There's something eating away at her. I'm guessing you think you have some clever plan to save her. Just know, I will give you exactly what you asked for, and I don't want any complaining when it's not what you wanted.
Oh.
We brought her schematics.
Ooh.
We want you to make a new version of her, using her exact same robot parts.
That was...
nice.
Curiously worded, girl.
An exact copy of her would include the virus. An exact copy of her without the virus would cease to exist the second you make something else. And we kind of want to keep her around longer than that.
Oh.
You've done your homework.
Oh,
we want
okay.
you to create a new version of her, using her existing robotic parts.
Gotcha.
Taking the virus with them.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, but if I take the robot parts out of her, that would leave...
Penny. The girl who's always been there underneath.
Oh!
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Yeah.
You can't destroy. It's against the rules.
Ooh.
But you wouldn't be destroying her. Her soul is who she is.
Oh,
Mechanical
nice.
parts are just...
There's some FMAB shit here.
Uh-huh.
But a soul without a complete body, what would be left?
I don't know. I guess you just have to get creative.
I suppose I could do a little, add a touch of, but if I do that, how much of the old painting would be my work and how much would be her? Just coming up to the surface. This is all very exciting and very dangerous. I don't know what the results are going to be.
I love just the tone of his voice and everything.
Believe in her.
Then ready yourselves to witness my artistry.
Ah!
No way. Are we gonna actually see, like, all the pieces come apart and everything? Or...
No, we're beauty and beasting it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bit more of a subtle touch, but...
Right.
Whoa. It's an old transformation, but it checks out.
Uh-huh. Wow!
But now... Yeah...
I guess that's the signal then. Seems like things are moving forward in the vault.
Hopefully Penny is going to be okay.
If Atlas is moving, we need to get word out before people panic.
Meaning hurry.
I know. Okay, this should be, that did, something?
We're live.
Everyone can see you.
We're on the internet.
Citizens of Atlas, Mantle, what we have to tell you is very important. Atlas is falling, but
oh my god!
Shit!
Oh my god!
Wait, what happened?
It's dead. The entire CCT. It just went down.
And so did kingdom-wide communications. How?
The bigger question is...
why?
What do we do now?
That boy said Atlas is falling. Is that true?
Yes. We're using the staff to get everyone to safety. Salem can have the rubble. We'll all be long gone.
Are you going to leave me here?
No. When we're finished, we'll move both of you to safety.
Okay.
Oh, Winter, thank you.
Oh, don't thank me.
Yeah.
It was Weiss's decision.
Yeah!
Okay.
Wow!
All right.
Weiss! Oh my god.
Penny?
Penny's a real girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. With fingernails and... Oh my god!
Wow!
Whoa! Oh, that is crazy!
I love it. I love it.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Are you okay?
She can feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, hugs, hugs, hugs.
Always make you feel this warm inside.
Yes.
Oh.
More!
There we go.
Probably make sure our theory works.
Ah.
And start the evacuation.
Teleport hug everywhere.
All right, so now, good work.
Free to create and...
Oh.
It's you guys again.
We're not done with you yet.
Fine.
Let's try the quick version. Can you make a bunch of doorways in Atlas that open at a single spot in Vacuo?
Sure, I'll just need coordinates and specs for each door, an explanation for bending space and time to account for the much greater traffic on one side, and a single point of exit on the other.
Okay, that's about what we expected. So, we need to funnel everybody through a central location first.
You're going to have to tell me more about this central location for starters. Where is it?
Here. A place like these vaults. Wherever they are, they're not part of Remnant.
Oh.
Only accessible if you know the right way in. Seems like a safe enough place for thousands of refugees.
You
Okay.
kids are either smarter or much more foolish than you realize.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a reference.
Oh, we've got one.
Wait, really?
That's the evacuation system, yeah. But they're basically saying, can you please make a pocket dimension?
Yeah.
With portal doorways. What the hell?
No way.
What?
No.
What
no.
is this?
You are
What is
kidding.
this? This is some world
Now
between
you're
the
thinking with
worlds
portals.
shit. Now you're thinking with portals,
Like-
indeed. What?
How is Salem a problem if they can do this?
People enter from Atlas and Mantle on one side.
Okay.
Leave on the other side with a one-way ticket to Vacuo.
All right.
Well, everything appears to be in order. You were quite thorough. Disappointingly so.
So, it's done.
Yeah.
Well, that, yeah, that.
Oh, and one last point of clarification about this central location of yours. Do not fall. Okay, and with that dire warning.
Okay, what? This guy though.
Yeah, I love it. I love him.
What?
He's great. So does that mean if there's a don't fall, does that mean that
We did
we're
it.
gonna get some fights in there? Because other people could go in too.
I
We
mean,
go to Vacuo.
Cinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All of us.
Yep.
Can we finally see Vacuo? Like,
And hope that we've thought of everything.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
of course.
Nice.
Of
Very
course.
nice.
Wow. Wow.
And that's
it.
There's 2 episodes left.
Yeah, there's 2 episodes.
What the hell is gonna happen when it's like, all right,
God, okay.
we're gone. That was dope. That was
Daddy
awesome.
Here.
But so as far
Okay.
I guess because the vaults are extra dimensional, so they could just be like, take the vault and then combine it with this evacuation stuff, and there you go.
Right.
Just- yeah.
That because all they needed was the coordinates. The gates to the vaults themselves are things that they could just point at and be
Right.
like,
Just
make
be like,
those.
do that.
Do that.
Yeah.
What is it? I don't know, but you do.
Yeah. Right. Figure it out.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
that all over. You know.
Oh my God.
And then.
All right.
No, Cinder got through. But what if Salem was like, all right, wait, what? You know, sure.
I
And
mean,
then-
she might be, regenerated.
it's not gonna
at this
happen.
point.
But if it did,
But if it did, All right.
Awesome.
Okay,
I love it.
This is really cool.
As far as ways to basically introduce something that because we didn't know exactly how the Staff of Creation worked exactly.
We just knew it had to create stuff.
Right, and that it could only be sustaining one thing at a time.
Right.
Cool. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, if anything was a process upon which it was not self-sustaining, then it would have to be let go of if it was consistently creating it.
Right.
So, if you want to create a thing that would be able to perpetuate itself like a rock, basically, then that's fine. But if you want to create a rock that will float for eternity, you're like, oh, well, that is going to lock the staff up for a bit.
And the whole idea of, no. The way we're going to get you to fix Penny in a permanent manner
that was
is
so
we're going to
cool.
have you make something specifically using the parts, which are all, inanimate objects and things like that, right? But, I suppose if there's going to be something left over... Now, if anything, the fact that she still has a body afterwards, that's
his doing.
That's his doing.
That was his doing. That was the part where she's like, I don't know, be creative.
Right, exactly. They were kind of trusting him that he would do that, and that because I guess it was something that he did of his own free will, it sustains and persists even after he starts creating other stuff.
Now, to be fair, a human body doesn't need a staff of creation in order to live.
That is
true. So in that respect, that's the part where he was kind, is that he didn't then make a body that was anything more than just the closest thing to the body based on the age of Penny or Penny's soul in correlation to that. So that's the last bit of crazy tech aura fusion that we'll have for Penny just with that there. And she's free to feel things, to be a person, a real girl. It's
to permadeath.
Yeah, to die and it actually be the end. Yeah, this is something that's really, really emotional for her because she gets to feel all these things.
The touch of a human?
In a real way, not through some kind of simulated way.
There have been times in RWBY where I like the over-expressiveness of the characters, done in the sort of cartoony way and stuff, where I'm like, okay, that's fun, but I don't necessarily take it as seriously, right?
Yeah.
It's, this struck a fantastic balance in my mind because, yes, of course she would be ecstatic like that, right? Of course
she would be.
If there were any time to do a, instant teleporting transition montage of her hugging everybody, that would be it.
Yeah.
And I'm also very curious to see how this changes the dynamic of fights for her in the future, because I get the feeling she's not going to have telekinetic swords or lasers or things like that anymore, even though she is a maiden. So she might have to redesign a whole new set of weapons, or whatever, right? 'Cause she's not going to have the strings and everything, even if she still uses swords. And
there are no strings on me.
Right.
She's free.
Yep, and she still has an aura, in addition to the maiden powers.
Soul,
So that means, we might find out what her semblance is and things like that, if it's shooting lasers or if it's something else. Who knows?
Yeah.
So,
that'll be fun. That'll be a really cool journey for her and RWBY, especially, to go on together.
Yep.
Because they're kind of like RWBY has been the younger sister for her whole life.
Yeah.
But Penny is like the younger sister to her.
Sure.
Right. Where there's really, really genuine love there. And it's because in some ways Penny is the naive girl, the innocent girl who hasn't really experienced. Yeah, to her even
RWBY has it all figured out.
Even
though
to her
doesn't.
fully realized ex-innocent girl kind of routine. Because RWBY used to be that.
Right. Yeah.
That's really special. So,
also,
the plan, the whole thing.
The plan went very smoothly
it worked
so far.
Perfectly.
Yep. All right, the whole idea of don't fall.
Let's hold off on that for a second.
Yeah.
That's a theory thing.
But so there's the two plans that we had.
Well,
so there's
Ironwood.
There's the Ironwood plan, which worked flawlessly.
Yeah,
I love it.
And it banked on the fact that Winter saved Marrow, because at that moment she came up with the plan.
Right.
She's like, okay,
I can't
Ironwood,
go back on this.
You went too far. Now, remember, earlier in the volume, when Ironwood went and shot the councilman, Winter was injured and in a bed. She couldn't do anything there. But this was her thing of being like, not again. That moment there, you crossed a line, Ironwood, but I wasn't able to do anything to stop you. Here, now, nope. No, you're not doing this.
Right.
You're not doing this. I loved that this was like her moment of just like taking immediate action, and we were able to read it entirely as to what she was doing.
Yep.
Not just because it was obvious and it was simple, but because it just made sense for her to be like, too far, stop everything. Right. If anything, if you're going to shoot, you'll end up shooting me in the back or something if you end up going through with this Ironwood.
And in this situation, because the motivations of the characters are very straightforward as far as we know where they're at, right? We know where they were left off at in the previous episode. When it comes time to do the plan, one, it doesn't seem like an ass puller or a surprise that the plan is happening. If anything, it's just, oh, this is what they're deciding to do for the plan.
Right,
cool,
right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then we maybe get to see how the characters get in touch with each other. Interact so that they can coordinate on this plan, because that's the only real thing that we would have to know would have happened. Because, you know, if not for the fact that Winter had the realization of, I need to call Weiss, right? Yeah. They wouldn't have had any reason to know that Winter had this change of heart, right?
Correct.
So awesome, good stuff. And then the fact that once it actually came to executing on the plan, it was almost an afterthought, right?
Right, because there were so many of them coordinating together.
Yep.
There were so many little bits of the characters all performing their deeds in this way. So Emerald made the plan easy. They probably would have gone along and done this plan without Emerald, but Emerald made it easy.
Simple.
Because Winter's probably like, oh, okay, I will give Crow and Robin, I'll give you guys and Marrow the details of where they're going to be sending the bomb. So all you have to do is wait for my signal, go and distract the Aesop so that I only have one person who's going to be needing to be hit by Emerald Semblance. Emerald Semblance is used on Ironwood.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
In a funny way, Emerald Semblance was the thing that caused Ironwood's first big panic moment in Beacon at Amity Arena all the way back in Volume 3.
Well, and again, it involved Penny.
And again, it involved Penny, so this is a nice little...
It is rather poetic.
Yes, a very cool coming full circle where now her semblance is being used to save the world, Penny.
Right.
And in some ways, save Ironwood in a...
Possibly.
In a very interesting way. Because I love here that he's still alive. He's going to have to live with his decisions he made here.
Yep.
He and Papa Schnee are going to have to live with the decisions that they made here.
And weirdly enough, Papa Schnee, I actually give him better odds than Ironwood of actually turning things around.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, yeah, because he's probably way more scared than Ironwood is.
Right. Papa Schnee had his breaking point, basically.
Yeah, he had it a while ago.
Ironwood hasn't. He got defeated here.
Yeah, which is important.
Which is important. Yeah. But that's something of, okay, the cards didn't end up being dealt in my favor, right?
Yeah.
I lost. That doesn't mean that my whole purpose has been shattered or anything like that, right?
Right.
So that'll be interesting to see how conversations with him go in the future, especially with Crow. I am very much looking forward to how he has a conversation with Jimmy.
Yeah, I also love that because Ozpin is going to be here talking to him probably, it'll be a cool moment for him to kind of be like, hey, James. And, my friends call me James. To you, it's General.
Right.
He's back.
General.
And I loved that bit because whenever we see what I would call the Ozpin ora jab. I love it because I'm like, oh, cool. That's Ozpin's technique.
Right.
But this was a moment where Oscar was just doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know fully if we can differentiate between Oscar and Ozpin, but I just felt like it was cool that it was Ozpin here also helping effectively bring his student back in line.
Yes, if it the transitions between the two of them are getting a lot faster, a lot more seamless, to the point where we
can't tell the difference.
Yeah, maybe they're just in this constant state of being both of them.
Yeah,
but okay.
Now, just everyone's abilities being used. Yep, Nora being souped up with a with
using the gravity glyphs and everything.
With a glyph from Winter. Winter's dash move.
So yeah,
that was a
takedown,
video game move.
That was excellent.
That was so freaking cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Aura gets weakened by Oscar. By Oscar Pin, yeah.
Yeah, and then when he grabs the weapon to stop it,
and
that's when Winter comes in.
Winter comes in with this full-on like slow motion move where it looks like she's about to either chop his head off
or his
arm off. I thought it was going to be his arm. Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought that was going to be one of the big points about it is that he's the Tin Man, right? And he gave in to that half of himself that was the Tin Man, and then that would then get cut off. No.
This was like I played this game called Tales of Berseria, and they have these finishing moves where the sky becomes space, like the entire environment goes into space all for a sudden, and then there's this big, like, heavily animated move, and this was that. This was a full-on, like, combat finisher. The whole area went dark. There was a flash of light,
blinding light and everything.
Like Neon Genesis Evangelion, like angel explosions of light, and then it's like.
And Ironwood just being illuminated like, the damage, you can't take it. Yeah.
This was some high level, like, glyph like semblance.
Well, and that's what I love about it, is because the Shani, like, sisters and everything, they have their glyphs for their semblance. Theoretically, this could have actually happened and sort of pseudo work within the mechanics of the world and everything, or it could just be done because it looks really cool.
It's just really freaking cool.
Either way works.
It's
like,
so awesome.
Yeah,
and just the way in which it was like he was already beaten, and we were really thinking like, oh, there goes his arm.
Yep.
Like that's at the least what we were thinking.
Uh-huh.
And then she's just like, nope, I hit him just right.
And then
I hit him exactly how much I'd need to take him down.
And not only does his semblance break, but it's not like, the simple, oh, okay, it breaks or whatever. But it, like, turns to dust. Like, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on now.
The Tin Man has fallen, and then the immediate transition bit, an arrow with a head through the head of one of the machines falls and drops.
So
and it's a perfect little transition point there.
I want to bring up a specific bit of phrasing from Volume 3.
Oh, yeah.
When Winter talks about summoning, she talks about summoning enemies that have been defeated. There is no concept. She does not say killed. Now.
You're right.
Now, that could be because if something isn't living, you can still kill it, right? And so defeated makes a lot more sense, and since it's specifically talking about the
Did she just capture a Pokemon? Is what you're saying?
The suit of armor that Weiss defeated in the White trailer.
What?
But what if this is some sort of like unbeatable wand shit, where now that she has defeated Ironwood, she can summon the true Tin Man, maybe the man that she believed in, the leader that she followed.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
That's a Giga Brain
That
theory.
doesn't have to happen.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But that would be so cool if it did. Like, can you imagine?
Because, okay, you know what they could be doing with it?
Yeah.
Let's say Ironwood dies at the very last episode of this volume, right?
Okay.
Because Salem comes back and causes all kinds of shit, and Ironwood dies.
He stays behind with the bomb to be like, let's do it again.
I'll die with my bomb.
Yeah.
I'm not fit to lead this world. I need to leave it off to you guys. That whole adults to kids kind of stuff. Right. But what it could be is then at the end of the series, when they have like an Avengers Endgame moment, she then summons Ironwood.
Yeah.
And it's a way that the side of him that didn't give in to fear, that's what she summoned. Yep. So, he's then a Tin Man because he doesn't have a heart. But, well, that's a really cool theory. And hey, Groovy, if you're watching, I don't think you would be. But that's a cool idea.
Like, that would be pretty dope.
Think about it. And
even if it happens when,
for volume 12 or whatever.
Right, and even if it happens when Ironwood's alive, how poetic would that be?
Oh, sure.
For him to be all like, it doesn't matter, I held to my ideals, I did what I had to do, all of that stuff.
It's just like, you
idiot. Yeah. And then Winter walks by with the real Ironwood.
Oh.
Like, and he just, he's still in prison or anything. Yeah, like, wouldn't, I just feel like there's so much that could happen there. Now, that could potentially open up a lot of potential problems.
Yeah.
If,
okay.
yeah.
But let's move on to the next kind of big
rest
thing
of the
here.
episode.
Ambrosius
Excellent.
Okay, their plan involved 2 things. Make Penny a real girl. We talked about that. Second thing, we need to evacuate all the citizens from Atlas and Mantle. Did I say something else?
No. I'm evacuate.
Oh, evacuate. Yeah, I got you. But that's not physically feasible in any
traditional way,
expeditious kind of fashion.
Yeah,
it's going to take a long amount of time. But you are a god item. You are a magical god item. And we would like to use the power of this magical god item to help us, rather than keeping it locked away. So, can you do this? Can you make portals that all lead to like a Final Fantasy style, like world between worlds, gateway kind
blue
of
here,
thing
orange there.
Yep. Yeah. Thinking with portals, get everyone to one location, and then funnel them back out through any of the doors, and those doors then, when you're leaving, go to Vacuo. Okay.
Yeah. So
now,
we actually have to take our...
They cannot create anything until...
They're through to the other side.
Until they're all done with it,
yeah,
right?
That would probably be bad if they're in this extra-dimensional space where they could fall forever, and then all of a sudden someone gets their hands on the staff of creation
and uses it for anything.
Oh man, like
all the doors shut. All the
doors shut.
All the walkways that they're on. You're
in nothing.
Yeah, like, where are they?
Like
let me show that place that they're in, and it's just like, oh, this is a really cool environment. But then I looked a little bit, and I'm like, okay, first off, this little
Astral Sea shit.
Right, Astral Sea is exactly what I was thinking. But this like this sphere thing in the background, I'm just gonna say,
Atlas.
That's not no. I was just gonna say it does not look necessary to the rest of this construction here. I'm guessing that our boy here, Ambrosius, was just like, oh, I know exactly the place.
Oh, like this is an actual place he's sending them to?
This is an actual place that was not created just for this. This is a place that exists not only with properties that makes him say, do not fall, but also a place that other beings have potentially been to.
So yeah, let's run with that for a little bit. These relics were made by the gods, yes?
Well, I believe by the god of light.
Something like that, right? And
we can go back in Volume 6, Episode 3 and figure that out.
But that means, and that's a great way to explain Jin and Ambrosius and things like that, right? Because, because their existence is pretty crazy.
I mean, Ozma was originally the god of light's kind of warrior against, Salem, who was the problem that the gods, left around.
But yeah, so this could potentially be something where Ambrosius is like, theoretically,
I do have a spot.
I do know of a few places, because I'm not bound by the same rules and laws and stuff that y'all are. So
yeah,
why not?
Why not?
Why not?
And of course, he has that genie kind of energy where he's like, oh, dang it, you were so specific. I didn't get to do my classic Jin wiggle room thing because you said something that I could take literally in a specific way that you weren't intending.
Although I do want to say though, there is also the fact that Ozpin created these spaces to hide the relics.
Well, that's the question.
I mean, it's assumed anyways. I'm guessing the gods just gave the relics to humanity. They didn't actually be like, here's going to be these places where they will be kept,
So I think that Ozma or Ozpin or whatever created the doors. I don't think he created the space. And that's the point, is this space that they're in is probably just a closed off type of environment in this area. So it's got a shell. And there's a door that leads into the shell. That's why it looks nothing like an Astral Sea kind of
it's
void of space,
Yeah, Windows background, whatever you want to call it.
Windows background, So then this, though, unbounded, don't fall.
Right.
That means that not only is he saying that because he knows what happens if you were to fall, That's because he also knows the environment that it's in itself.
Yeah. And also, I love that he says don't fall, and then he just doesn't put railings on it.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah.
They didn't ask for railings.
Right, yeah, that's it.
No, screw you.
Fine.
This is the fun part of my job.
Exactly. I get to watch you guys do battle in this, because Cinder is definitely going to cause trouble.
Oh my god, this is a perfect environment for a fight, also just in terms of, like, having a background that's not going to need to be, that crazy in terms of... Well, actually, in a 3D space, this might make it actually really challenging.
This
on the
feels
animators.
very
I don't
Duel
know.
of the Fates kind of a thing, where you've got a bunch of narrow walkways, all crisscrossing and things like that.
Sure.
And then you can have people either straight up flying, or just jumping, around across them and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's don't fall.
Yeah. We do know that this is a space in three-dimensional space, though.
Yes.
Because there's gravity.
That's true.
People are walking on these platforms and not just floating off. So this is not space. Space has gravity, but it's very light.
Well, right.
You know?
There are certain things about this that
there's oxygen.
Right. There are certain things about this that probably weren't necessarily specified that are part of the do it kind of like a place like this, but make there be portals to everywhere in Mantle and everything.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, he followed the intent of the law, that also is kind of the letter of the law, because it's the general thing. So he's not going to try and misconstrue it. He's like, I know what they're saying.
He could have, though. There's a couple things in what they said that were a little bit vague. Given that they're in this space at all, that's the part that's weird. Is they could have done this. Well, would have been weird, but I think the main reason why they did it in a space like this, like the place where the relics are, is because they want it to be safe for a little bit. Like, it's a place that people can go to.
Yeah, because theoretically, once they get everyone, and I like how he brought up the whole thing of, well, hey, I mean, where does the space, like, if you just want to have a bunch of people from a bunch of different places all show up in the same spot, how do you handle that? Like that's a bit odd. That's a bit finicky. So, okay, we'll have a transition place. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, and then everyone walks through there and gets into file and lines and go through one big door. Cool.
Yeah, maybe you're right, actually. It does look like they're setting things up in this environment, that there's one super door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, that means...
He even put some holes in the damn floor.
Did he?
Yeah, that dick.
Where?
Right there. Those are holes.
No, those are the walkways.
No.
They're connecting to the main.
Right. But like, there's walkways and stuff. But then it's like, okay, you get into this big open platform. It's like,
sure, you could call them holes, but the whole thing is a damn hole. Like,
no, right. But like, I could just imagine it being something where people are like, okay, we're on the platform. It's fine. It's like, well, no, hold on. We're on this part of the platform. Make sure that you don't bunch together too much,
Jacob.
But yeah, what? Oh. OP starts with them falling?
No, the OP ends with them falling.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Even worse.
Mm-hmm.
And there's gold light up above them.
So, a few things that I want to mention about that. One, we've seen them falling in Volume 1. It's not necessarily the biggest problem. Oh,
wait.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Jacob.
And then we see the weapons landing in a place, and it's weird.
Yeah. What if we're finally going full Gurren Lagann?
And this is how they go to the next dimension or whatever.
But this is like the God of Darkness's place.
All right, okay.
Because the God of Darkness was the one that gave them magic.
Right.
So this could be his space.
All right.
This could be his location.
If they wanted to really go
full
balls to the walls with it, right?
Yeah.
Because okay, with RWBY as a show and everything, it's like we've got some objectives, right? That are concrete, they're measurable.
Right.
Don't let Salem get all the relics and things like that. And at some point, but Salem can't be defeated, so there's going to be a conversation with gods that'll have to happen at some point.
Right.
But since it can get that big, how do you get it to get that big?
You have to transition slowly.
You have to transition slowly.
Yep.
And the whole idea of going from Beacon to Atlas to, I guess, Vacuo. I mean, I guess technically there was that other, kingdom in it at one point in that one season. But, like, Vacuo would seem kind of like, I suppose we can do
sure,
Vacuo.
I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
But like,
it's probably a cool environment with some characters
Yeah.
that we've met before that we haven't seen in a while.
But it wouldn't build grandiose hype. I feel like it would be more of like the ragtag, like, okay,
we're surviving here.
Yeah,
the last remnants of humanity.
We're not doing
Salem's
big army battles anymore. We can't.
Or,
right?
or if they are, it's going to take some time.
Sure.
Because if anything, Salem will rebuild, but humanity doesn't have much to build upon. So what do they do?
And if Rooster Teeth wanted to do something that was so wacky and so like there's no way you can follow up on that, you know, like there's just no way. But that would definitely build hype for Volume 9.
Or Volume 10.
Well,
even.
yeah, or just any of the volumes that come after. Having them fall into some alternate dimension space or whatever, where then they have to pick things up and be like, where the hell are we? What do we do here?
And they don't have everyone fall off.
Yeah, or maybe maybe not everyone falls off. Maybe they do, and maybe Cinder's with them, and she's also like, well, this changes things maybe just a little bit. Like, you know, who knows? Who knows? Opportunities abound.
Yeah.
You know?
I would say that what I would like it to be is an Astral Sea demiplane of sorts, you know, where it has limits. It is not completely infinite. But it reminds me of the kind of things where it's like
Anti-spiral Space Lake.
Anti-spiral Space Lake. Yeah,
but
exactly
you can't,
like that.
But the only potential problem with something like that is that you can't de-escalate off of anti-spiral Space Lake. So
no, but because there might not be much in there, and it might just be them with their own minds, basically.
It's like seeding it so that they will come back here eventually, kind of a thing.
Well, right, but if there's the whole place being tied to magic, then this can be the kind of thing where all the things that of the people that are actually tapped into magic, which could be Ruby, Silver Eyes, the Maiden powers, and all that.
Sure.
Maybe there's some things that could happen there that wouldn't be able to happen anywhere else.
They need to combine into a giant mech.
No.
I mean,
I'm not talking like that. I'm talking like things that aren't correlating to our normal space-time shenanigans. Like, have a flashback.
Shit can get weird.
Have them, like, move through space-time.
We already have alternate dimensions just from the Djinn, like from Ambrosius in particular, but then also just a universal sort of, we can just stop time, you know, when we need to.
Oh yeah, well,
to have a little chat.
They're lesser god beings, basically.
Right, exactly. So if we go from this to falling into a place that is truly weird, what does that even mean?
I don't know. Chaos.
Me neither. But I would be stoked to see it. Now, if that's not what it is, and they end up going to Vacuo, and the plan goes perfectly and everything, and Cinder waits to fight them until
it's just
afterwards.
Cinder that gets yeeted into that.
Yeah, and Cinder gets yeeted into that, or she's like, you know what? I don't want to fight here. Actually, I'm going to wait until we're in Vacuo. Right? Who knows? But
I just rue the point where you have that awkward moment where too many people come through the portal at once. Which is not something that they'll probably have as a problem.
Oh, definitely
but
not.
Just
Black Friday never
someone
happens.
feels a little bit of what is it? Vertigo?
Oh God.
And something
whatever you
awkward
do,
happens.
don't look down. Why? Oh. Does it? No. It
you
just
know
goes,
the pins and needles in your feet when you watch a video of someone climbing like a super stupidly tall
those like
tower?
bicycle
I'm getting
videos
it just by
of like
thinking
going
about
down
it.
like the super narrow trails and stuff.
I'm getting it just by thinking about it. Wow. Okay. So. Great, surprising, fast episode, given that most of it was just a couple of conversations. That was really cool.
I am really excited to see how pissed Salem would be if she shows up and they're all gone. And Cinder's like, so I tried to stop them and I fought them, but they used the interdimensional portal system to get out. And she's like, I'm sorry?
Or watch this, it's even better. Cinder gets her ass kicked, right? But she knocks a couple of them into the setup there. And then she thinks, oh, if I'll just go back out the portals which I came or what have you, it'll, everything will work out just fine. But like something in the portals of when they go out, like I wonder if the portals that go in between Atlas and the place between them, like don't work or something like that.
Here's a... that's possible.
So she has to go out at Vacuo, fly all the way back to Atlas.
I would love that.
Salem has leveled everything.
You ran away again. What the hell?
Cinder gets there after like a day of flying, just a straight 24 hours. And she's like, I'm back. I might have killed a few of them, but
not sure.
Things are crazy. And Salem's like, I'm done. And just grabs her and just sucks all the maiden power out of her, just Darth Vader's her right at the spot right there.
That could definitely happen.
That would be so cool.
You know what there's also potential grounds for?
Oh?
Now, Grimm is different than machine parts. But theoretically...
Uh-huh.
Could the same thing that happened to Penny happen to Cinder? He's able to make bodies. And if he makes... Like, he might say, like, hold on, Grimm, that's...
Salem, too? No, they're probably too
There's probably some limitation where it's like, no, that's organic matter, even though it's that weird muck and goo stuff. Like, I don't mess with that, you know?
And it's probably the thing of where it's like, I don't know, actually, because you have to explain. That's the thing, the schematics.
Oh, yeah.
That's... Oh my God, actually...
Can you explain it, please?
Yeah, actually, know what I realized? That they have been dodging... In this episode alone, they dodged like 1 million plot holes by introducing a god staff that I can make things. Is they basically said, no, I can't bring anyone back to life. We're like, yes,
you know, you've seen Aladdin, you know how this works.
But we miss Pyrrha, and no, that would be really cold to...
Right, even though we're making a body here.
Yeah, exactly. You know? But you can't bring people... I can't bring people back from the dead. I don't really like to do it. Yeah. But the second thing, basically, is that they need to be able to explain what they're making.
Now, I feel like Salem...
Or reference it in the real world.
Sure, yeah, be like... Yeah. See this Grimm? Oh, it's sort of burning up right now. But see this?
Yeah.
Do that, but with stuff that's in Cinder over there, and then it's fine, right?
Right. But this is the part that I think is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
These places where the relics are kept were probably made by the Staff of Creation. But that means that Someone had to either understand them.
He had a lot of time to be like, okay, so here's what I want you to do. This is how it'll work.
Or there was something else already in this world.
Sure.
That he had as a reference point, which means that it's potentially more evidence
like,
that the Astral Seas place or whatever is something that Ozpin has been to. And then when Oscar goes in here, he's going to be like, wait a minute, I recognize this place. And Ozpin's going to be like, yeah, I spent 1,000 years here.
The fact that like it can only make stuff that they can explain, with the exception that they can use things as examples, that is actually huge.
It is huge.
Because things like
it needs to maintain concentration on one thing if it's an active creation,
right?
Which is also helpful. Which
I'm still not entirely sure how they'll handle the whole thing with Penny, but
again, it's a body.
Yeah.
It doesn't need,
Yeah, steel doesn't need anything to keep itself going either. But yeah.
Well, there's nothing within what they had done before that was based on steel.
No, the Penny body that was made and then disappeared, after.
No, I know, but that was
something
that was actively being told to destroy itself by the virus.
Okay, that's.
But yeah,
possible,
why did it fade into dust? Cool factor, whatever.
But. And who knows? Maybe it's a manifestation of the maiden powers combined with her aura. Maybe, who knows? Maybe this body isn't even
just a real person.
Traditional body. Yeah, exactly.
It's the simplest answer.
It is the simplest answer. But okay, now they've got the Staff of Creation. Hopefully, Salem doesn't get her hands on it, because if she's like, wait, hold on, Cinder, you saw it? Can you explain? Cinder, you know that thing you did before? Do it again, except we want it to go to
We want it to go to Vacuo.
We want it to go to Ruby. We want it to go to the other relics.
Oh,
we want
shit,
to go,
yeah.
Like,
There's a reason why Ozpin was like, these are great, and I can break physics and everything with them, but I'm one guy. She's creating, like,
my
servants out of
crazy.
People. Like, my ex is
Yeah, I'm
Lock
very
it
excited.
up tight.
And given that this is the third to last episode of the volume, I'm very curious to see what they'll do with the last 2 episodes, because I feel like at this, like, they could easily have the next episode be Cinder fighting them in this area, space, whatever, and then the last episode ends up having Salem's back or whatever, and whatever are the consequences of Cinder fighting them in this space or whatever, or who knows, that happens, but yeah.
Oh no.
What?
You can't destroy things. It's against the rules. Mm-hmm. Sorry, honey, but those portals are now there forever, you know?
No, because then you just say, all right, we need to make a hairpin. Okay, cool. You know,
that would be cool if it's basically that moment where it's like, so these things are being sustained by you, right? It's like, maybe. And then he's like kind of dicking with them, like,
Hold on a second. No. Wait a minute. I know that we can't defeat Salem, but what if she was like trapped in an extra dimensional space, falling forever? Like imagine if they're like, "Hey Salem, we're gonna just teleport over to Vacuo."
Which blue and orange? Which one goes which way?
It's just one goes to the other. You know.
Oh, okay. Just you're blue underneath her, and it's just like.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I was originally thinking. You make the portal so that she falls forever. But what if you just go into this space? And then you make something else. The portals disappear. The railings disappear, or not railings.
The problem why
disappear.
I think that doesn't work.
And she falls forever, or whatever.
The problem why I think that doesn't work is that this space actually exists in 3-dimensional space.
Yes.
Which means it's on the X, Y, or Z axis somewhere from Remnant.
Unless it's completely in a separate universe.
No.
It could be in a universe with just the similar kind of rules and stuff.
It
that
could
no amount
be.
of, like, it could Narnia it, where no amount of travel ever, you know.
It totally could be. Mm-hmm. Or...
Well, either way, do you think that could buy him some time?
Yeah, but do you think that's probably a thing where Ozpin at some point was like, haha!
Gotcha!
1,200 years later.
Okay. You know, I mean, hey.
I mean, Salem can use magic too.
She can use magic.
She could have banished herself.
Yeah,
and
who
then
knows?
been like, and I don't want to go back in a minute. And okay,
right.
There.
Like that's the kind of thing where I feel like we'd really be able to see what kind of magic Salem and Ozpin have.
Yeah.
Because being able to create big energy blasts, that's cool. Being able to create big Grim, sure. Being able to race along inside your whale Grim at, you know, crazy speeds in order to get to where you need to go, that's cool. But
reality
6th level magic and 7th level magic and all that stuff and above is because you can get into that area where
you become like gods.
You become like gods, right? And that no amount of damage that you can do can substitute for basic rule manipulation, right? And we don't know what Salem can do in that regard. So if she did get trapped, would she bust her way out of it? Would she just portal herself somewhere else? I don't know. Would she fight Ambrosius and be like, bitch, get me out of here, right? I have no clue, but that would be very exciting to see or not see if it happened off screen or something. I don't know. I feel like this might just be an Ant-Man go up Thanos' ass and expand kind of a thing, but
that is kind of, I think, the equivalent of what it would be if they tried to use this on Salem. Yeah. I also think someone with Salem's level of magic and stuff like that would probably have something that would be the equivalent of yoink.
I pull
the second
you out.
I see it.
Or sure.
No, it's like, oh, you think you're going to be able to speak a name like Ambrosius in the time that it takes me to yoink it out of your hands?
Yeah. Ambrosius.
Jin is much quicker to say. I'll just say that.
You tell Ambrosius beforehand. Ambrosius, there's a crazy bitch that's coming.
I'm going to ready my action to say your name.
No. I don't want to even say your name. I'm going to need you to just be like, as soon as she is in this space, stop time and then make me a hairpin. You know, that's what I need. Can you do that for me, man?
Can you do that for me?
You seem like a real bro. Can you do me a solid?
And then he goes like, I need the coordinates for what this space means. And then they're going to be like,
this
draws big, circle, square.
No, just
space.
Points around. It's like,
and he's like, so just the space up there? Or are you talking
no, the extra dimensional area. You
right.
know? And then if that happens, what happens at that point? You know, there's a reason why bags of...
I'm sorry, we're leaving her with you.
Right.
And then they walk out the door and, hairpin!
But there's a reason why bags of holding in D&D have like a giant block of text for how they work. Because if you say something simple like you have a pocket dimension...
Yeah, it comes out of your bag of holding.
Things just start to fall apart. So...
Yeah, I trust that their rule thing of the one concentration at a time, and then also exact specifications, meaning they have to know it or have reference to it, keeps a lot of these rules from breaking in a really crazy way. And given the fact that Ozpin has been fighting Salem for so long, while having knowledge of these items, we know that he has tried to do the I am going to, as God, try to make a rock that a god that is a god killer rock.
Because see,
I'm trying and it just doesn't work. I'm sorry.
Immortality is not Salem's greatest strength. It's her magic. Because you can do all kinds of terrible, terrible things to an immortal, right? Like leaving them in a non-existent
Endless
space,
void
that then ceases to exist forever. You know, like I don't know how that would work, but yeah.
That would be hell.
That would be hell. Maybe it's something where it's like Ozpin in the 500,000 years or whatever that he's lived has tried that, but then it's like, no. The space stops existing, but Salem's still there. And then, you know, Ambrosius is just
smart.
like,
She eventually
for simplicity's
finds a way.
sake, I send her back to where she was before she, you know, entered or something. I don't know.
Or she just finds a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her whole tenacity aspect of her. That's where she's the dark protagonist of her own story. But, y'all, we are 2 episodes away from the finale of Volume 8. So, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now in a timer-based format where you sync up your roosterteeth.com footage with our reaction footage, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. Any level of support there gets you access to our Discord where you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime, storytelling in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.